Hey everyone, welcome to Russia, because that is what America is going to rapidly turn into starting in January. The pieces are getting into place now. Merrick Garland is doing what he was installed to do. He's quickly covering up all of the Trump crimes, wrapping up the Jack Smith case, which you didn't hear much about generally on this show because this was always going to be the result. It was never about stopping Trump, holding Trump accountable. As I've always said for years now, grassroots power is the most reliable power we have left. And that is an indictment on the institutions that have been rotted from the insides for not just years, decades. We are living with the violent aftermath of the Reagan Revolution. We are living with centuries of white supremacy driven genocide that built this country. We are living with white rage backlash. We are living with Generation X that has, white Generation X that, is taking out their mommy issues on the rest of us and joining Trump in that psychosis. So I can go on and on. This is not the place for it. We are today, Thursday, November 7th, having a grief circle with the Gaslit Nation community where we're going to just share how we're all feeling, listen to each other, carry each other emotionally through this, as well as prioritize our strategies for survival, as well as helping the most vulnerable and what we need to be doing. It's a grounding exercise to help us prepare for what's coming, which is dictatorship. And I'm a firm believer that you need to be prepared for the absolute worst to protect your own mental health. It's not about depressing yourself. It's not about doom and gloom. It's about being prepared. And so that's what today's salon and all future salons are going to be about. We're going to keep them going, obviously, because we need to. So if you want to join that, it's at our Patreon community. The reason why it's reserved for the Patreon community is because it's closed. It's a closed space for people that support the show, understand the show, love the show. It's for our community. And it's not open to everyone because we have our share of toxic trolls. And so I want to keep those folks out. And so thank you to all who are going to join us today. It's 4 p.m. today, Thursday, November 7th. And then the next one will be Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, this coming Monday. And if you cannot attend, I will post a recording online at Patreon for our community there. And then later today, Terrell Starr of the Black Diplomats podcast and I are going to be doing our own election episode. We just spent about an hour on the phone helping each other through this moment, and we will now come together and record an episode to share that with you. So look out for that, likely Friday or Saturday. And we're going to keep Gaslit Nation going, doing what it was started to do, which is wake people up, bring people together, and most importantly, stay human, hold on to our humanity, build solidarity, and in the face of annihilation and sadism, we shine our light, we blind the monsters in the face. Like, that's what we have to do. It's about being defiant. And to underline that point, there's interviews coming out of Ukraine. It's like, what are you going to do now that the United States, the most powerful military in the world by far, is now aligned with the genocidal, imperialist, terrorist regime of Russia? And Ukrainians are saying, we're going to fight on with or without you. We're going to be defiant. And so that's what we, as Americans, have to do now. We have to be defiant. We are the French resistance now. We are living under occupation now. No matter where you are in this country, no matter how relatively safe you are, we're all living under Russian occupation in the United States, because that's what's happening. You'll see with the inauguration balls, it's going to be flooded with Russian oligarch money, just like it was in 2016. And we may not have gotten the first woman president this time around, but we're going to get her soon in the form of Ivanka Trump. You'll see. All right, everyone. And we will talk more about that at today's Salon at 4 p.m. Eastern and future episodes. Thank you all for coming together in our community of listeners. Just keep telling yourselves, the truth, which is you are not alone in this. You are not alone in this. And that matters, infinitely matters. Love you all, and we'll talk soon.